Hey, it's LJ, and welcome to another episode of. Hey, it's LJ, and welcome to another episode of LJ Reacts. This one with a Halloween theme. Wahahaha. Yes, for those who don't know and have only just discovered the channel, this is my series of little reaction videos where I go through stuff that I've missed in my 20s and early 30s. Mostly music tracks, occasionally I'll do trailer breakdowns and other things. But right now I am going with a Halloween themed music track. Usually I'd go through suggestions and the like, which you can leave me down in the comments below. If it's not something I'm familiar with, I will stick it on the list. However, for the time being, I am doing a Halloween themed track that I have picked. If you like my stuff, check out the rest of the channel, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. And of course, if you watch to the end, apparently it helps the algorithm. And right now, if there's anything I need help with, it's the YouTube algorithm. Other things I need help with, social media numbers. You can check me out on the socials above. You want to come see me live in person? I do stand-up comedy. I do other projects as well. All of them are listed here on the link tree. And trick or treat. So, without further ado, let us get on with what we are getting on with. So, who am I doing today? Well, I don't know what I've done this. Yeah. So, a few years ago on Record Store Day, I saw this bad boy, and I just looked at it and went, you know what? I don't care what they sound like. That looks like something I'd like to own. And it was a pretty damn good purchase on my part. So this is nine. This is Ice Nine Kills, their Killer Cuts EP. Probably the biggest track on there is their cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller, which I guess makes sense because they are a horror movie based band, and Thriller is, of course, a zombie dance video, and it's brilliant. It really is. It's a great track. You could check it. You should check it out if you can. In fact, I will look it up. If I find it, it will be in the corner there. But yes, so that's my first introduction to these people. I've seen a few of their other things. They did a great sort of little parody over lockdown, which I was considering doing a reaction to, but the previous Halloween song was a parody video. But I'll fucking check up there. It is it's an in memorandum. It's Jason's Mom is the name of the song. It's a parody of Stacey's Mom by Fountains of Wayne, because their main songwriter died due to COVID, and also we've recently lost Jason's mum, Pamela. So they did that, and it's a nice little thing they did in lockdown. Nice little acoustic number for anyone who wants to see a parody of Stacey's mom about Jason Voorhees and a random Norman Bates mention at the end. So, what are we doing today? So, like I said, Ice Nine Kills is the name of the band, and The Silver Screen is probably the album, from what I can gather, that helped them sort of break through to the mainstream as much as a band focused solely on horror movies can kind of break through. So, what they've done. So this is a video, I believe, main focus of which is another slasher icon in Freddy Krueger. I've not actually seen it yet because, well, that's the whole gimmick. But yeah, this is called The American Nightmare. It's the second single off the Silver Scream album. So yeah, that's all the formalities out there. Let's just go check it out. Here goes. So this is Ice Nine Kills, The American Nightmare.
Getting ready for bed at a regular time is one of the most important habits you can learn. David has probably never stopped to think what a wonderful thing sleep is. Dreams are normal too. Going to bed at a regular time each night makes it easier for you to go right off to sleep.
That is very old school. Very it reminds me of the title guards to the original Friday the 13th.
Rest your head, here's a lullaby. A melody for heavy eyes. Early to bed, early to
Okay, this is yeah, slightly different to the other stuff I've heard. I've said in the past I do like my hard rock, my metal, but I do also prefer it when I can understand it. So bands that scream more than sing, I'm not the biggest fan of. Um, so I don't know. So that's going to knock some points off this song for me, but let's stick with it.
on the American nightmare with American dreams of counting the bodies while you can't save the American nightmare. Yeah, I'm living the dream. I'm slashing my way through the golden age of the silver screen.
Do like this. This is yeah, okay. Once I got past the screen of it, I'm definitely getting into the chorus here. I love I'm trying the girl in this, I'm trying to think who she reminds me of. The way she's dressed, that seems like a reference to something, but the only reference I'm getting at the minute is I can't think of the name of the actress, but she was the one who was literally clueless in Clueless when it came to yeah, she looked, I guess, what would have been what the 90s would have termed as quite dykey, um, and then got made up by the populace. Um, I don't. It's been like 20 years since I've seen the film. You'll have to bear with me. Uh, but I do love the Johnny Depp bed thing. Brilliant. I do love how they've got like the boiler room set up from the original Nightmare there as well.
On the American nightmare with American dreams of counting the bodies while you can't save the American nightmare. Yeah, I'm living the dream. I'm slashing my way through the golden age of the silver screen. Dreams where the cloth is gone, so I'm sinking my claws in the silver screen.
Two dreams do come true. 3, 4, see you at the more. 5, 6, still get his face. 7, 8.
Um, I know it's supposed to be set at night. I don't know if it's the lights that I've got set up here, but I think I'm sort of losing some of the stuff on the screen here, which is a shame because I'm really getting into this. Well, that is that. Time to skip across to some final thoughts.
I'm slashing my way through the golden age of the silver screen.
So that was Ice Nine Kills with the American Nightmare. Now, being a wrestling fan, there's only one American Nightmare in my heart. That's this man. However, I think I found a very, very distant second. No, I did like the track. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the screamy bits, but the screamy bits didn't last long, so I'm prepared to overlook them quite. Yeah, I have no issue with overlooking them. Yeah, I do love, you know, the film references in there. You'll have to excuse the jubilation. It is, you know, the weekend, so there is going to be a few fireworks in the background. So don't know if you can see them through the window there. So yeah, I did enjoy the song. It's I think Ice Nine Kills are a very niche band. Not just because of their inspiration, but because of their style as well. It's very much there's a certain sound to it. It's a sound that's quite strong. When I was growing up, I say growing up, in my 20s, a lot of like metal in my late teens and 20s that was coming out sounded kind of like that. So there is a very familiar sort of sound to me. It's almost comforting in a way, but yeah, I do quite like this band. Like I said, I've heard a few of their tracks in the past, and yeah, I do kind of want to listen through some of the other Silver Scream stuff, because they've got 2 albums of that name now, which is their more movie based sort of stuff. So yeah, what would I give it out of 10? I mean, again, it's hard to rank. It doesn't. While I can sort of hear it still in my head, that may just be because I've literally just watched it. So I don't know how long it's going to stay in without me listening to it over and over again, as will happen when I sort of edit this. But I do quite enjoy these songs by this band. So I don't know. Probably I can't really give it any higher than a 7, because it doesn't really. Other than the video is more memorable to me than the song, but I still enjoyed it sort of as a whole. If I was to hear this on like an album or hear this live, I don't know if this is the track I would remember. There'd probably be something else I'd remember stronger. There'd probably be other things I remember stronger. So yeah, I'm quite happy sticking this one at a 7. However, there is no however. That is where I'm wrapping this up. Yeah, so like I said, if you enjoyed me, like, share, subscribe to the videos, ring the little bell. If there's anything you want me to listen to, chuck it in the suggestions below, or the comments below. Suggestions in the comments below. You know how this works. Got the socials up there, got the link tree just there, and trick or treat. Other than that, it's just a case of, yeah, catching you next time. Until then, I've been LJ. It's been emotional.
She says mom has got it going on. She says mom has got it going on.
Let's just skip straight through the housekeeping and get on with it, shall we? Usually, that's going to happen a lot, isn't it? Hey, it's LJ, and welcome to another Halloween episode of LJ Reacts. Don't know why I do that. Is that Halloweeny? Does that scare you? That is going to happen all through this bit, isn't it? That creates a nice line on the screen. Okay. Hey. What am I doing hey for?